Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode. But I don't work there anymore. So your boss slept with your girlfriend? Well, let's check his provisioning logs. Request denied. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. But I don't work there anymore. So, this happened to me a few days ago, and if it's taught me anything, it's that jobs will apparently come back to haunt you from the grave. A little bit of background: I'm a former arcade technician and used to co-own a small business, which I quit a year ago for reasons. Every so often I'll get stray clients calling me for service from looking at old business cards, and a few times I've actually gone and done work for them no problem. Extra money is never an issue. I got a call a couple days ago from an angry customer that I vaguely remember servicing nearly 2 years ago, who we shall call $. The exchange that ensued goes as follows. $Me, hello, this is Minnie speaking. $, yes, you serviced a machine of mine a while back and something has gone wrong with it. I understand my warranty is still good, and I was hoping to get this fixed as soon as possible. At this point I'm wondering how she got my number. I recently got a new phone with a new number, so this really didn't make much sense, but I carried on. $Me, alright Mississippi. I'm sorry to say I don't work there anymore, but I can certainly come out and do the job for you for a fee. If that's not an issue, could you please tell me what machine and what sort of issues it's having? Perhaps I can work it out over the phone. $, but the machine is still under warranty. Shouldn't the repair be free? $Me, no ma'am, I don't work for $company anymore. If you ask me to come and repair your machine, I'll be working freelance. That warranty is only valid with $company, who, to be honest, I don't know if they exist anymore. $, but the warranty has your name on it. That should mean you honor it no matter what. At this point she's getting irritated. Apparently she expects me to do the work for free. $Me, while it may have my name on it, it doesn't mean I have to honor it. Granted, yes, I'll discount because it was my work to begin with. I'm not going to come out and service the machine for free. As I said, the warranty is only with $company, who I am not a part of anymore. $, this is ridiculous. I was told by former boss at $company that you'd come out and do this no problem. I really need this fixed as soon as possible, and I was guaranteed there wouldn't be a problem. $Me, I'm sorry ma'am, I'm sorry for any inconvenience, but I'm certainly not going to come out for free to do work that $company should be handling, even if it has my name on it. You still haven't said what the issue is. $, no, the issue here is that I have a warranty, a signed contract with your name on it. $Me, but that is only valid with $company. I'm not going to go out and do their work for them on my free time for free. At this point, I'm ready to just hang up the phone. I've been polite and professional even though I didn't have to be at all. And to be honest, I'm rather confused now because I'm sure I've said to her I'm not their employee anymore. $, but I was assured by $company that this would be handled for free. They told me you would have no problems and this warranty was guaranteed for the lifetime of the machine. $Me, ma'am, what part of I don't work there anymore don't you understand? I don't care what he said, I'm not tied to them anymore. I'm seriously happy to help, but I'm not going to *kin come out and do this for free just because the guy I worked for a year ago said I would. That's not how it works. $, I'm reporting you, this is absolutely ridiculous. $Me, HAH. To who? My mom? At that point she hung up. It's been 3 days now, and going over that I'm still just as confused as to what she was thinking as I was when she called me, if not more. People will never cease to amaze me. And I still don't know how she got my number, surprised face. So your boss slept with your girlfriend? Well, let's check his provisioning logs. A tale from a while back. I was relatively fresh on senior staff. Senior staff and management have access to a pretty great, albeit arcane tool that lets us essentially enable or disable any box while completely bypassing the billing system. While extremely handy for troubleshooting, it's a recipe for abuse in the wrong hands. Therefore, everything we do with it is thoroughly logged. But that's just it, it's only logged. Nobody checks these logs unless something comes up. Back then, something came up. At the time, we were trying something new when it came to office parties. IT being overwhelmingly men and sales CSR overwhelmingly women, we came up with the creative idea of having joint CSR parties. Great idea that works to this day, but there was this incident. A likable frontline guy I knew had a pretty sweet girlfriend, with an odd quirk. She's young, very young. Legal in Canada at the time, age of consent laws changed since, but their age gap was already borderline creepy. Still, none of my business. This guy's manager was well over 10 years older than him, and at our first joint CSR party, he hit on his young girlfriend and stuff ensued. The story only became official water cooler talk material 2 months later when she was officially pregnant. My frontline coworker was losing his mind here, crying during his breaks, and I soon learned the details. His manager was always a bit shady, but he was more than old enough to be his girlfriend's father. Thing I knew though, was that he almost got fired once by direction for giving shady discounts to some members of his extended family. Since he wasn't in my good graces after I heard about all this, and on a hunch I decided to check his internal tools logs. I discovered 15 manually provisioned modems and just as many cable boxes with test profiles, aka full access to everything and unlimited speeds and unmonitored data usage. No related accounts, just a series of MAC addresses that weren't linked to anything. That blatant theft of service was already more than enough to get him fired, but just to be sure I put our horrible plaintext password offender status to good use and read his emails. And yep, he's actually got evidence in his private mailbox that he's been giving freebies to his family. Now, I was already pissed about the cheating with a girl too young to know what's up, but being stupid enough to so blatantly steal service through support tools really made me angry. That's the kind of thing that could make us all lose access to tools we need to get things done. Wasn't particularly interested in being officially involved in all this though. So I just took the relevant logs showing he's free writing his family along with email evidence, logged in into an untraceable training account, and printed them on all corporate printers. All corporate printers. Yeah, I wasted paper, I apologize to the dead trees. He lasted 12 hours. Reader is free to determine if he deserved it either for quasi-pedophilia, abuse of emergency technical tools, or just being that dumb. Personally, at the time, I deemed he was guilty on all 3 counts. All of Bytewave's tales on TFTS. Request denied. Hi TFTS. First time poster here but a long time lurker. I work in a moderately sized company where we have both internal employees and contractors at client sites. My job is about what you would expect: fix issues as they come in, image and set up machines, and deal with standard BS mixed in. I've been there for a few years now and have some great stories. This one comes from the beginning of the year when a new user thought he could game the system for a better machine. We're about a 50-50 split in PC and MacBooks. The machines that each user get are very similar in specs. The determination of what machine they get is based on the client and their position. Of course, PC users who don't like PC will do what they can to get a MacBook, only to get denied. We also get MacBook users who want upgrades to a newer system, citing slow systems and needing the latest and greatest to get their work done that magically gets done anyways. That brings us to the user at the center of my story today. This happened just after Apple released the latest MacBook Pros with the atrocious Touch Bar and butterfly keyboard that I loathe. Naturally, we get a dozen or so requests the next day, all of which are marked with the same response. Request denied. Your machine is within our lifespan and still under warranty. Both PC and Macs have a 4-year lifespan. When the lifespan expires, we upgrade as inventory allows. Naturally, we get a few users who show up and try to plead their case in person, and I turn them away. Then I get our specific users who won't take no for an answer. We'll call him Mike. Mike is a diva. Mike will always go to bat for himself, prop himself up, and complain every step of the way. He's a good developer, but he's not as good as he says, according to the guys who work with him. For some reason, Mike looked at that Touch Bar MacBook and determined he had to have it. Mike puts in a ticket like everyone else, going on and on about how the Touch Bar functionality is suddenly vital to his job. Spoiler, it isn't, and he should be able to order one. Request denied. Your machine is within our lifespan and still under warranty. Copy/paste/close. Mike was in my office within 10 minutes. Mike, help desk hero, why did you reject my ticket? Because your machine is only 2 years old. You don't need a new one. Mike, but my machine has been really slow the last month and I think I should get an upgrade. Where's your ticket for the slow system? Mike, I'm too busy to deal with your ticketing system. Then I can't help you if I don't know there's a problem. Mike stormed out of the office after more whining. I wasn't stupid though, he wasn't going to give up. I went ahead and reopened his request ticket and updated it with our conversation in my office. CYA, everyone. A week later, a ticket comes in. MacBook has a broken screen. Yep, it was Mike's. Mike included a picture of the broken screen in the ticket to help me out, of course. Sure enough, half the screen was unusable. Before I can even reach out to him, he's in my office with the MacBook. He's doing his best to look upset. So how did it break, Mike? Mike, I'm not sure. I walked away for a little bit to use the bathroom, came back, and it was broken. Screens don't just blow up like this, Mike. Something had to have happened. Mike, I don't know what happened, help desk hero. It wasn't my hill to die on just yet, but I told him to give me a bit to see what our AppleCare coverage included. He disappeared as I pulled it up, confirming that we got a discount on accidental damage, but it wasn't fully covered. Just about everything else was. A quick call to Apple Enterprise Support confirmed it wasn't going to be cheap to replace, somewhere around $700 with our discount. I go to my boss and tell him the whole situation. Of course, I can't prove he was the one that broke the screen and he's going to at least need a loaner before we decide what to do. Boss, what do we have in inventory? We're pretty tight right now. Just a couple available. We have a pending quote for our restock with the new models. Boss, do we have any other machines? Before I answered, it dawned on me, we still had older MacBooks. You know, the really fat ones with the disk drives still in them. The ones that, at this point, were about 6 years old and we kept for emergencies. Boss had the same idea and we both shared a laugh. Boss, go get one of the fat Macs. Image that and don't tell him it's just a loaner. Let's let him sweat. Mike came back not long after and I told him that we were still deciding what to do about his machine, but that I would at least get him a loaner for the time being. Mike somehow twisted this around into hearing that he was getting a new machine. Mike, okay, when you order a new one, I need more than 16 gigs of memory. I need 32 gigs and a stronger processor. Oh, and a 1 terabyte SSD. Thanks, help desk hero. Before I could even break the news to him, he was gone. Oh hell no. You did not just do that. I took great pride in imaging that fat MacBook. I got everything ready for it and messaged him that the loaner was ready for pickup. He came upstairs and almost fainted when he saw his temporary machine. Mike, I can't use this. Yes, you can. Log in. Mike, this machine is so old. But it has a fresh image on it, so it should run faster than your other machine, right? After going through his setup, he stormed out of the office. It wasn't long before his boss showed up wanting to know what the hell was going on. After a quick explanation and showing him the broken MacBook, he just sighed and shrugged. He asked if we were going to give him a new machine. I told him he wasn't getting rewarded for breaking a company asset, but I'd get a replacement that matched the one he broke. His boss agreed and let it die. Apple got the repair done pretty fast, and I messaged Mike to come pick it up. He was in my office so fast, ready to throw the fat MacBook out the window. Much to his disappointed and my delight, he saw his old machine ready to go with a brand new screen. Mike, but that's my old machine. Yes, Apple got the repair done pretty fast. All your data was saved so you can do a quick swap. Mike, but that's not what I requested. And your request was denied. That didn't change. Mike took the machine and left. I wiped the old machine and tucked it away. A couple of weeks later, we got a shipment of the new MacBooks in but didn't tell anyone about it. Around that time, a ticket came in for new users to join the same team Mike was on. I made sure those new users got 2 shiny new MacBooks because I am that petty. After they went through their setup, they made their way to the area they worked. A few minutes later, a ticket came in. Yes, it was from Mike. New employees have updated MacBooks on our team. I feel I should have won as well as a senior employee. I shrugged. Request denied. Your machine is within our lifespan and still under warranty. Copy/paste/close.